Not every Nintendo Switch game is suitable for kids, and many of those that aren't exactly challenging or engaging enough for adults. Luckily, several developers have found the right balance, crafting the perfect product for both parents and their children. Today on Game Rant, we will be highlighting some of the best Nintendo Switch games that parents and kids can enjoy playing together. First up is Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Wonder innovates on the 2D side of the series in a number of ways, from the incredible animation work to the surreal level design changes accompanied by the new Wonder Seeds mechanic. It's easy to see why gamers are so enamored by the charm of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Wonder supports 4 players in local co-op, but most agree that the platformer plays best with just 2. Next up is Nintendo Switch Sports. While it fails to be the living room staple that its predecessor Wii Sports was, there's no denying that Nintendo Switch Sports can still make for a great time with classic games like tennis, golf, and bowling, as well as some newer inclusions. Children and their parents can get into the competitive spirit without getting too aggressive. At least, that's what parents would hope. Mario and friends keep the family fun going with our next title, Super Mario Party. Super Mario Party is a multiplayer game designed to be enjoyed by players of all ages. The game features a variety of mini-games that are easy to pick up, but challenging enough to keep players engaged. Super Mario Party is essentially a digital board game where players roll a variety of dice, move around a board, and try to collect the most stars. The mini-games range from button-mashing challenges to more strategic situations that require players to work together. The game can be played with up to 4 players, making it a great option for families. Next up is another fantastic game for families, Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3 is a third-person shooter that features colorful, cartoonish characters known as Inklings. In the game, players compete in 4v4 matches where the objective is to cover the most territory with ink. The game is easy to pick up and play, but there's also a lot of depth, making it fun for players of all skill levels. The game also features a single-player campaign that's a great introduction to the game's mechanics, allowing both kids and parents to pick up the basics before teaming up or working against each other in these fun and colorful battles. Also making our list is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is a puzzle game that's perfect for kids and parents who love solving brain teasers together. The game features Captain Toad, a character from the Super Mario universe, who must navigate through meticulous levels that feel almost like virtual dioramas. The game's puzzles are cleverly designed, and they require players to use spatial reasoning skills to find hidden pathways and secrets.
Hello?
It's time to talk about Luigi's Mansion 3. Luigi's Mansion 3 is easily one of the best Switch games ever made, with combat that's simple enough for even the youngest gamers to understand and succeed at. That said, it's the puzzle elements of the game that truly shine, hitting that ideal point where a child can complete most of it, but might need help with some of the more difficult bosses. The only downside is that co-op only becomes available later in the game, but this is also when the bosses start to become a little bit more difficult and children might need a little bit of help. That brings us to LEGO City Undercover. There are a ton of different LEGO games available on the Nintendo Switch, with most of them being connected to popular franchises like Batman, Harry Potter, or Star Wars. However, LEGO City Undercover is a great open world game in a fresh setting that allows anyone to enjoy the quirks of the LEGO franchise.
Hey, Harry! How many coffees have you had?
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Did I have 6 shots or only 5? Well...
Okay, you've had enough.
Then there's Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. Rayman Legends is the 5th mainline entry in the series that first debuted on the Wii U, but it was ported over to the Nintendo Switch due to its popularity. Rayman Legends allows for 4 players at a time, and the amount of content is truly astounding. With different characters to choose from, as well as over 100 levels available, there's simply a ton to do together in Rayman Legends. Then we have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. The Pokemon franchise has been beloved by kids since the 1990s, and a great number of the early players are parents today. Some of them might have even had their first introduction to the series with Pokemon Yellow, which now has been remade for the Nintendo Switch as Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. Added into the remake is the Pokemon Go style catching mechanic, as well as co-op gameplay. Of course, this co-op gameplay is in addition to the already existing trading and battling mechanics that put the franchise on the map decades ago. You can't talk about multiplayer on the Switch without Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is often ranked by fans as the best first-party sports game available on the Nintendo Switch, and for good reason. It has a ton of different characters, tracks, and seemingly endless combinations of kart setups that make every session feel wildly different. With racing and different battling options available, there's no shortage of things to do in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Last up is Overcooked 1 and 2. Overcooked is a fantastic indie game with a simple gameplay loop that gets gradually more difficult as you progress. And Overcooked 2, well, it offers more of the same thing. It's worth noting though that both of the Overcooked games are a bit more on the difficult side, not because of the complexity of the mechanics, but rather due to the various obstacles present in each challenge. Overcooked is a fun choice for parents and their kids to play together, but players will likely need a bit of patience when things start to go wrong, because they definitely will. And that does it for our list of the best Switch games for parents and kids to play together. Thanks for joining us today, and make sure to stay tuned to Game Rant.